So I kind of mentioned this in my last video's description. I ended up getting the GoPro Hero 10 Black Edition for flying FPV at first, and then I realized I could probably use this as a vlogging camera, but I also really wanted to test out the audio on the camera itself. How does it sound with all these cars driving by? Can you still hear me? That kind of thing. One thing that I'm really excited to share, I've been working for Webster University a little over 2 years now, getting my master's degree here. I ended up putting in my 2 weeks. I wasn't seriously looking for a job, but then it kind of snowballed and I got all of these amazing interviews. I got over 5 different offers, which is insane for somebody like me in a video production field located in St. Louis, Missouri of all places. Really, I should be super grateful. But not only that, I was actually super impressed with myself, a completely new feeling. I ended up choosing one and I'm just really excited for where it's taking me, and really I just never thought I would get this far in St. Louis, Missouri. If I'm bagging on St. Louis too much, I apologize. I grew up here and I just find it so boring. Or maybe I just don't leave enough to appreciate my hometown. Hey Grandma, can you hear me?
Yes, what's going on?
I got another job offer.
What is it?
I'm basically making media content for them.
That's wonderful. Absolutely fantastic.
And also I am in my final semester of my master's degree, and I'm currently on my way in to my second to last class. Planning to wrap things up in May and begin what may be another chapter in my life from there.
Hey Kaia, wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Yeah, let's go outside.
Where do I even begin talking on this one? There's just been so many instances since my last vlog where I've just wanted to create content, but I've been hitting a ton of roadblocks lately. Take, for instance, this new microphone that I just purchased. I had about 2 days worth of content filmed. I even did some tests with the audio to make sure it worked, but then when I looked back over the footage, it sounded horrible. So ever since starting this whole video vlog channel, financially speaking, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the onboard mic on the GoPro, and hopefully it sounds good. I reviewed the footage from a few weeks ago and I think it sounds pretty fine. It feels kind of wrong filming without an external microphone. This is just kind of the way it has to be for now until I can essentially find a workaround. Anyhow, throughout these last few weeks, I've been trying to talk about my relationship with my first dog, Kaia. There is a lot of personal detail and background on this story, so I might be sharing too much here. I don't really care. So where do I begin? Yeah, back when I was with my ex-girlfriend, we got Kaia in March of 2020. When the pandemic hit really hard, I was in a major funk. I couldn't comprehend exactly what was going on or what exactly the world was getting itself into. 2 years later, I've definitely managed how to cope, I think. One of the first few things that helped me cope with everything going on was Kaia. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. One thing that I really want to note is that I did not get a dog just because of the pandemic. I think my ex-girlfriend and I spent about 6 or 7 months beforehand kind of looking for a dog, and really just none of the dogs we met felt right. But the first time I saw Kaia was so much different than any of the other meetings I had with any of the other dogs. I remember driving up to the foster parents' house, and I saw Kaia out in the front yard playing, and it hit me instantly. I had to go and see this dog. The best way I can really put my feelings into words is it truly was love at first sight. And I know that's so cheesy and just a ridiculous thing to say, but that's honestly just kind of how it went. Flash forward a few years, my ex and I decided to break up. And so early on, we decided that Kaia was going to be going with me. This is kind of where the weird personal information comes into play. With the whole pandemic still going on and our financial statuses, we had decided to stay with our roommate at the time and move into a 3-bedroom apartment together. Not much longer after that, my ex decides that she really wants to keep Kaia, even though we had both verbally agreed that she would come with me. And I did not want to fight it and get to an argument, and I just had so much stuff going on with school. I was very swamped. And so I made the rash call of saying, yes, you can have Kaia. And unfortunately, I hadn't written my name down on the adoption papers. I was so busy that day playing with her, getting to know her, trying to make sure she was the right one. And I honestly had no clue how much this would impact me as a person and how much I was actually losing. Anyway, that leads me to here. I have a few months left of living here with my roommates. And so when that time ends, I will have to say goodbye to Kaia. I really had no idea just how much I would change as a person from a dog. It's crazy thinking about that, right? It's so crazy thinking about that. And so when the time comes, it's going to be very hard to finally say goodbye. I really have learned a lot from having her in my life, and I didn't want to cry in this video. I want these vlogs to be happy. I want everyone to be happy. And really, I could sit here talking for hours about Kaia. If there were one thing that I could say to Kaia that I hope that she could ever comprehend, would be that I love her, and that I hope that she never forgets me, because I'm never gonna forget her. And that I owe so much to her and what she's done for me. And that I hope that I was able to do enough for her. That I was able to give her the best life that I could. And that I hope she continues to have the greatest life that she can have. And so, Kaia, this video is for you.
This is 27. It doesn't matter what I've been through. I should grow up too, but I still act like I'm 11. I'm not emotionally sound since I left you. And no, I don't like to be the bad guy. I won't be surprised if I'm the last one now. But I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down, down, down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow. Slip somehow. So this is 27. Start the music, kill the silence, let my mind rest. Pour a drink cause it's effective. Can't seem to get my head around why I left you. And no, I don't like to be the bad guy. You know I don't lie, I really miss you now. But I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow. Oh, I let it slip somehow. So start the music, kill the silence. Pour a drink and let my mind rest. I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. Don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down, down, down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow.
This is my official goodbye. I love you, Kaia.